is Dick, WB2JPQ. Along with Vicky this morning, KE8VKY. And Hale coming along a little bit later for the second hour. KE8BAC will be bringing you this edition of our 966 of the Morning Brew. I've been fighting sinuses and haven't been able to talk good, so we're going to give it a try today and see how it goes. Pretty good at the start of the TechNet last night, so I guess maybe get through it. After my portion, we're going to pack up and head for Xenia, Ohio for the weekend to the Hamfest. So if anybody's going, please stop by and look us up and shake your hand and so forth and so on. I got a whole bunch of text check-ins this morning. I got Wayne, K3GLJ. We got K4GDS. We got Ken, KK6BC. We got Jimmy, KD2YUZ. We got David, N6ODY. We got Roy, K8BYU. We scroll down here a little further. And we got Chris in Syracuse. I had a chance. There's Chris, KD2YUY. And Daryl, KC5CZX. How about mobile? I'm looking for those people that have to get to work, school, or play. Mobile stations, twice and slowly, please. Kilo Foxtrot 6 Hotel Delta Juliet. Kilo Foxtrot 6 Hotel Delta Juliet Mobile. Kilo Foxtrot 4 Victor Golf India. Kilo Foxtrot 4 Victor Golf India Mobile. Now. Bravo 4 Romeo Oscar November WV4 ROS Mobile. Kilo Alpha 5 Gulf Sierra Sierra KA5 GSS Mobile. Whiskey 4 Kilo Echo Yankee. Whiskey 4 Echo Yankee. Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Mike Alpha, in and out. KF8 DGE, Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Golf Echo, in and out. On my in and out. Want to talk to me this morning. Good morning to Nick, was in and out from Toledo, KF8DGE. Richard was in and out, KB4RMA. We got you, Wesley, W4KEY. You're going to stick around. GSS. Jane's going to stick around with us. Ron from Niagara Falls is going to be here. KF4EI was in and out this morning. And Brent's going to stick with us. Brent, I think you're going to be our first mobile this morning. Good morning to you and good morning to everybody. Our question this morning, we might have used it a couple of years ago, but time to start duplicating. How many hours of sleep do you get per night? How many hours of sleep do you get per night? Good morning. Well, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. Definitely through when I make it in first. Hi. I try and at least get 7 hours, but it all depends. But we try for 7. Everyone have a great hump day. KF6HDJ. It's hard. Some nights are more, some nights are less, but we just get a little average here. Ron in Niagara Falls, WB4RON, good morning. WB4RON, Niagara Falls. Yeah, I would say 6 hours on average. Probably be about right, 6 hours. Back to the net, WB4RON. This is Ron. Shane, K5GSS. What about you out there in Texas?
It's roughly 5 hours. I'm a shift worker, so I kind of live a caveman lifestyle. It ain't for a lack of trying, that's for sure. I try to get as much as I can, but I'm an insomniac now that I'm getting older, I guess. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, yeah. Hours. Hope everybody has a great day. K5GSS, back to net.
Well, there you go. Caveman gets 5 hours. That'll work. Wesley, Huntsville, Alabama, W4KEY. What about you?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I shoot for 8. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't, but it's always a good goal. Y'all have a great day. W4KEY.
Let's go work some of these text check-ins real quick, and we'll fill in with some more mobiles and radio stations. Wayne, E2NJV, good morning to you.
KC2NJV here. I'd say about 8 hours. Have a great day.
Hours it is. BA3GLJ, good morning.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning to the brew crew. Currently 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius up here in Cartier, Ontario. Answer to your question is about 8 hours, in general, 8 hours. Everybody have a great day. VA3GLJ 73.
Thank you. Looks like the temperature gusser here says we're at about 63 degrees this morning south of Buffalo. K4GDS, good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky, everyone else. This answer used to be a lot worse, but thanks to a CPAP machine, it's at least 6 hours now. K4GDS, back to net.
Thanks for Gil. How about Kingston, Arizona? Ken, good morning. KK6PCX.
Well, good morning, Dick and Vicky. You can put me down for maybe 5 if it's night. This is probably the reason I'm up with you guys at 4 a.m. KK6BCX, back to net.
What about Jimmy in Waukelos, Indiana? KD9YUZ.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody listening. Put me down for 6 hours, sir. Great day, everybody. Thank you. KD9YUZ, back to net.
6 hours it is. David in Sacramento, California, and 6QDY.
Yeah, good morning, Dick, Vicky, the brew crew, and the Zoom room, and 6QDY. You get about 4 or 5 on a good, but primarily 4 on average. And 6QDY, back to net. Have a good day.
I can understand the 4. You're in here with in our Zoom room in the morning, and it's mighty early out in California time. Thanks for being there, David. Roy in Blaisdell, KA8BYU. Morning, Roy.
Together brew, KA8BYU. Well, sometimes, usually anywhere between 4 and 6, but however, last night it's been less than 2, so I think after brew I'm going to try to lay back down for a while. Last night was one of those nights where I couldn't sleep because the kids were active all night. They kept me up. Back to you.
Hey, Roy. Richard, Florida, KR4ERD, good morning.
Good morning, KR4DRD, Leesburg, Florida. On average 7 to 8 hours. I'm retired, but I do get up at 5:15 every morning to walk my Great Dane, who sticks her face in my face every morning to make sure that she knows I know she's alive. Y'all have a great KR4DRD. Over.
Thank you, Richard. Kissimmee, Florida, KI6KQO. Good morning, Zachary.
Good morning to you, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the brew crew. I'm going to say average is about 6 hours a night. Never seems like enough, though. I'll send it back to net control, 73 KI6KQO.
He's got you down for 6. What about Eric? Goldenhurst, Ontario, V3XTD. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. Yep, it's about 7 hours. Lovely morning here. Sitting about 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy, and they've changed their minds. They said it was going to rain, but it didn't. Back to you.
Sir. Morning to Michael, KE2EI.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. I get a total of roughly 7, but it's not all at once. As I get older. This is KE2EIO 73. Everybody have a good day. Back to net. Thank you.
Sometimes we don't seem to get what we're trying to get. KQZGF.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody on the brew crew. I usually get about 6 or 7 hours. I wouldn't mind getting a little more. That's it for me. KQ4ZGF, back to net control.
Charles in Syracuse, KD2YU. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody on the brew crew. Good morning, Vicky. Put me down for 6 hours. That's what I try to do, but sometimes it's a little earlier. 3 dogs, they decide it's time to be up. I guess I'm up. Back to net control, KD2YUY.
So 6 it is, Charles. How about Darrow in Lubbock, Texas, KC5CZX.
Well, good morning, Dick, and the rest of the brew. KC5CZX. Put me down for 6 hours, 7 if I'm lucky. Back to net, KC5CZX.
One more text check-in, and we're going to go to anybody, anywhere. How about Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, W3CVE?
Morning, Dick, and everybody on the brew. Well, since I retired, it's 7, Dick. Before that, when I was in the workforce, it was 5 or 6. And with that, back to you, W3CVE, on the net.
I got you down for 7, Chuck. Thanks for being there. Let's take some radio check-ins. Anybody, anywhere? Still got a couple of text check-ins, so we're going to make them wait a little bit. First of all, any mobiles? Anybody that needs to go to work, school, or play today? Mobile stations only. Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Yankee X-Ray, Maritime Mobile.
EFX, mobile. KE2 EFX. KC1 FKB. KC1 Sierra Kilo Bravo. Mobile.
This morning I got Alan, KC1JKB. Got Dustin, KE2EFX. Got Doug, KJ5AXY. And we got Joe. And we got Gary from Michigan. And we had a station that was, the suffix was OB, Oscar Bravo or something like that. Could we get your complete call sign, please?
AP2 POB Kilo Bravo 2 Papa Oscar Bravo.
Okay, KE2POB doesn't seem to want to load up here. Maybe that's a new call sign. Come back to you and fix it when we get there. Anyone else like to get on the list here this morning? Anyone, anywhere? It's 16 past the hour.
K2 CMT.
Morning,
Uniform Mike Tango.
4 Uniform X-Ray Juliet.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November. KE8 SMN. K2 CMT. Kilo Charlie Mike Tango.
November 4, Romeo Hotel. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Three Tango Golf, November. Victor 3 Tango Golf, November. Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Charlotte, KB2POB. This is Mobile. We'll get you in just a minute. We got Alan, KC1SKB, also Mobile. And KE2EFX, Dustin Mobile. And Gary, Woodhaven, Michigan, like I said before. Let me go to Doug, KJ5AYX. Good morning to you, sir. Your Mobile. Our question this morning is, how many hours of sleep do you KJ5AYX, Maritime Mobile. Well, I just got off watch. I'll get a 2-hour nap this morning, and then I'll get a 4 to 5 hour nap after 6 o'clock in the evening. So I average about 7, but not all at one time. All right, we got you down for 6. How about Dustin, KE2EFX? How many hours of sleep do you get?
Good morning, sir, and everybody listening and running the net. Thank you all. I'm looking at about 5 hours of sleep on average. That's about
KE2FX, back to net. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Control, did you copy? Over.
Try it now. Take 6 to 6 pop. Next up, let's see, we had NAZFH. Actually, I'm sorry, KC1SKB. If you'd already come across, we didn't hear you, you're covered.
KC1 FKB, I get about 6.5 hours sleep a night.
Alright, thank you very much. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Next up, KB2POB.
Morning, everybody. I get about 6 hours of sleep as well. That's KB2POB, Kilo Bravo 2, Papa Oscar 12.
Alright, thank you, Patrick. Next up, KJ, KQ4UXJ.
Good morning, Vicky and the Brew crew. I get around between 6 and 7 hours. KQ4UXJ, back to net.
Okay, next up, Gary, N8ZFH.
Good morning, Vicky and the Brew crew. And I switched over to a different node. I heard things, I just dropped out. Normally about 7.5 hours. Tonight I'll be up at 2:30 in the morning and hopefully check in from Wood tomorrow. We're in Lucerne and we're catching a plane from Zurich in the morning. Please check me in and out. I'll listen for a bit. NHZFH, back to net.
I don't think anything dropped out. I think WW6 IAM was keyed up. Next up, Joe, KRR.
Good morning, this is KF4FRR. I would have to say about average about 8 hours. Have a good time over there, and talk to you guys later. KF4FR.
Alright, thanks, Joe. Next up, another facilitator, Mike, K2CMT.
Good morning, Vicki. Everyone else on the net. My average is probably about 5 hours, and then about a 3-hour nap in the afternoon. Everyone have a good day, K2CMT.
Alright, thanks, Mike. Next up, Jeff, KE8SMN.
Good morning, Vicki, everyone on the brew. This is KE8. Between 6 and 7, typical every night for me. KE8 SMN, back to nut.
This is Vicky, KVKY, and our average right now is 6 hours and 17 minutes. Next up, Roger, N4RHE.
K8VQY, good morning, clever cousin Vicky, November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. Realizing now that I'm older than the Bishop of Rome, I suppose I should be happy to get around 6 hours. Drive for 8. Vicky, how many miles total will you travel for a Hamvention adventure and safe travel? November 4, Roger, Ham enthusiast, return to net.
Dayton's 2.5 hours, it's not bad. Next up, Tim, VE3TGN.
There, Vicky and everybody on the brew. I just woke up. I definitely 8 hours that I got up to wash them and right back to bed. So about 8 hours, Vicky. 3 TGN humans are there. Did something go wrong with the net there? I'm going to run your neck, Vicky.
No, somebody was keying up. Dick thought he got disconnected, so he was trying to fix it, and I took over, and I'm still here. But everything's good. Next up, Don, W4PPX.
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, everybody on the brew crew this morning. Put me down for between 4 and 5. That's about all I get normally. Back to you.
Thanks, Don. Next up, Christopher, KE2EED. How many hours of sleep do you get?
Oh, it varies, but I would say on average between 6 and 6.5 hours a night.
Thank you, Christopher. Next up, James, AA5JW.
Well, good morning, Vicky and the Brew Crew. This is Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James spraying mobile into Houston for work today. Gonna be another hot one. We were in the 90s yesterday. We're gonna be there today, I suspect. Vicky, it's great to hear you running the net. I think this is honestly the first time I've heard your voice on radio. So what a privilege. I feel so honored. To the question at hand, how many hours of sleep do I get a night? On work nights, weeknights, usually between 5 and 6, and then, on the weekend I like to try to get a full 8 hours, but, for some reason I get the less opportunities I have to sleep. It's the darndest thing. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to net. Everybody have a blessed day and stay there. This is Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Thanks, James. Good talking to you. Last on this list, Carlos at 1 CBM.
Good morning, Vicky. The rest of the crew, 70 and blue skies here in Orlando. Of course, we know it's Florida and it's going to change for this afternoon. It's going to be rainy again. Anyways, we'll enjoy it while it lasts. My number is around 6 hours. You can put me down for 6. Hey, you guys have a great trip to Dayton. Enjoy and take a lot of pictures. And 1 CBM, back to you, Vicky. Have a great day.
Yep. KA2EEU. Off your mic, please. That was the end of that list. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Taking more check-ins. Anyone?
This is November 5 Charlie Hotel Bravo, mobile. November 5 Charlie Hotel Bravo, mobile. KV3UDB, Sebring, Florida. November Whiskey 4 Quebec, NW4Q.
SAM, Dayton, Ohio. Good morning, Vicky. In and out.
Oh, this is Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec. Joe in Clinton Township, Michigan. Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec. Morning, everybody on the net. This is Kilo Echo 0 Papa Echo KE0 CTE Mike in Fort Collins, Colorado. Morning, everybody on the net. I am in and out. November 5 Golf India N5BI. Jamaica. Everyone, the Kilo Delta 4, Whiskey 2 Bravo, Mike Tango, Mike Hester, New York, in and out, 1 in Southern Florida.
Alright, we'll hold up right there for a minute. I didn't get the last few. I did get CHP Chuck, KB2UDB Mike, NW4Q Jim, W9SAM, in and out, KE4ZYQ Joe, also known as KE0PPE Mike, N5GI, G3KFB, and then there were 2 more after that, KD4 something, the KD4 station, please. Okay, gone with KD4. Was there a New York station in there?
Lancaster, New York, near Buffalo. This is Brian, W2BMT, with Mike Tango, in and out, 7-3.
Alright, we got you, Brian. We got W8WHK going to the top of the list. This is Vicky, K8VKY, with the Morning Brew. Next up, Chuck. How many hours of sleep do you get?
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Brew Crew. Happy Wednesday. I average about 7 hours a night. On the weekends, less, because I'm getting up way early to go get on the boat and go fishing. So it's heck when you're older. Thanks for running the net, Vicky. N5. 7, please.
Thank you, Chuck. I used to think because of COVID, I'm beginning to realize none of you sleep. Next up, Mike, KB2.
Good morning, Vicky and the Brew. Fine down here in Florida, and you know, it's 7 hours of average sleep down here. Being retired is nice, but I need sleep. I need it. Other than that, everybody in the Zoom room, we'll talk to you later. This is KP2UDB, turning back to net. Thanks for doing the net, Vicky.
Hi, thanks, Mike. Good to talk to you. Next up, Jim, NW4Q.
Good morning, Vicky. 6.5 hours. Good morning to you.
All right, thank you. Next up, Joe, KE4ZY.
KE4ZYQ. Good morning, Vicky, and all on the net. And I get 5 hours when I was working, and I've been retired for many years now, still 5. And you get less hours because you're not developing or growing as a young person. As an older person, you need less. And I get 5. And if you fall asleep fast and get into REM sleep, you got a better sleep, deeper sleep. So you need less hours. Back to net, and Vicky, good net, KE4ZYQ.
All right, thanks, Joe. Rick, N5GI.
Well, good morning, and everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. It's a lovely day here in the Villages, Florida. The answer to the question for me is 7 hours on average, but being retired, I do like to sneak in a nap every day if possible, so it adds to the total. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone. Hope everybody has a really good day and the rest of the week. Back to net control, N5GI.
Thanks, Rick. Next up, Nick, G3KE. How many hours of sleep do you get?
And everyone on the crew, hope you enjoy your upcoming trip. Yeah, after 45 years of work, I've retired, and I actually used to get about 5 hours a night, maybe 4 hours a night, but or during the day, shift it was. But now I'm enjoying the luxury of a full 8 hours. Full 8 hours. It's great to be retired. Okay, thanks for running the net, and back over to you, G3KFB.
I just want to point out, you're the only one who's gotten 8 hours, and you're the only one who's left. Next up, W8, WHK.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. 69 degrees and sunny. I get 7 hours. Trying to increase it. My wife insists that I increase it because I tend to fall asleep early in the evening, and she doesn't like that. I stay up and watch a couple of shows on TV, so I'm working on it. And I'm trying to take a nap in the afternoon, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. But yep, 7 hours. And it's good to hear you. 7-3, this is W8, WHK.
Hi, thank you, Bill. Jim, KD3ATQ.
Good morning, Vicky and the Brew Crew. Put me down for average of 5. Safe travels today. Back to net control, KD3 ATQ.
Thanks, Jim. And last on this list, Charlie, NA2B.
Good morning, Vicki, and everybody on the net from Birdie and I here in Tampa Bay this morning, where it's also 69 degrees. Expect a low heat day today and be able to get out and enjoy some calmer weather. Response to the question, Vicki, we get pretty solid 8 hours a night, and that doesn't include usually I get an hour or so in the afternoon for a little nap. I spent many years over my lifetime working shift work and never could get used to that and didn't get much sleep, so I'm making up for it now. Anyway, thanks, and to be back to that.
All right, thank you, Charlie. And that was the end of that list. This is Vicky, K8VKY on the Morning Brew, taking more check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
November 9 Echo, Hotel Tango, and 9 EHD. Good morning, in and out.
2 Tango, Foxtrot Bravo, in and out, please.
Kilo Delta 2 November Lima Mobile, KD2NL Mobile.
Alpha 3, Charlie, Kilo, Charlie, Kilo, Charlie, 3, Charlie, Romeo, Foxtrot. KJ5 GUS, that's Kilo James 5, Golf Uniform Sierra.
We're gonna hold up there. Google decided to take my log sheet away. So I got N9EH2, PE2 EDS, KB2 TFB. Who else is on there?
KJ5.
Kilo Delta 2 November Lima, KD2NL Mobile.
Radio Quebec, K9RQ.
Romeo Alpha Hotel, KO4RAH, in and out, good morning. R4 CKC, Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie, Kilo Charlie. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox. Not sure if you copied me earlier, Vicky.
Whiskey Papa 4, Victor Whiskey. Whiskey Papa 4, Victor Whiskey. Buenos días.
Delta N3DQD.
Or DFC. First time using my late grandfather's call sign. In and out.
Okay, was that KB4 DFC? The KB4, can you come back?
That is KB4 DFC. Delta Foxtrot Charlie.
Alright, we got you, William, and I believe you said you're in and out. We also had N3DQD WP4VW KR4 CKC VA3 CRF KO4 RAH, in and out, KKU, K9RQ, KD2NL, KD2 TFB, in and out, KE2 EDS, and N9 EHT. First up, KD2NL.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. I get about 4.5, 5 hours of sleep a night. So stay 73, you all have a good day, and back to net, KD2NL Mobile.
All right, thank you. Next up, Milton, WP4VW.
Well, Vicky, to you and everybody listening, WP4VW. I'm going to say 6 to 8 hours, baby. Back to Unit Control 73. Thank you for what you do. WP4 Victor Whiskey.
Thank you, Milton. And on to Vern, VA3 CRS.
Good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the net. Nice to hear you. Temperature up here is 56, foggy. I think we're going to get rain off and on pretty much for the rest of the week. For the question of the day, put me down for about 6 hours, and I would like to say, muy buenos dias, a mi amigo Milton. Take care. Hope you have a great rest of the day. VA3 CRF.
All right, thank you, Vern. Doug, N9 EHT.
Yeah, I try 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Back to net. Have a good morning at 90HT.
Thank you, Doug. Next up, Mark, KE2 EDS.
And the rest of the crew. It's terrible to say, but I get a solid 8 hours most nights. I do sleep very, very well. But I do have those days that I get up early. This morning was a little after 4. Have a great day. KE2 EDS.
Thanks, Mark. Next up, Dan, K9RQ. How many hours of sleep do you get?
Good morning. On the net from beautiful Weeki-Wachi, and I'm a 8 guy. I like to get my 8 hours of sleep in. I feel much better that way. Have a great day to all on the net, 73.
Thanks. Dan, up next on the text line, Bob, KQ8U.
Morning, Vicky, and everybody else on the crew. I average about 7 hours, sometimes less, sometimes more. 7-3, KQ8U, back to net.
Bill, KR4CKC.
Good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. It's KR4CKC. I get about 7 hours of sleep at night and with a power nap in the afternoon. You all have a good day, KR4CKC.
Thanks, Bill. Last on this list, Ray, N3DQD.
Yeah, I get it around 7 hours, and that's pretty much an average for every night. Good morning, and the rest of the net. Also enjoyed the Zoom room last week. This is N3DQD.
It was good having you. Stop back anytime. To get to the Zoom room is bit.ly/ECR daily. And right now, if you want to check in by text, 716-317-9050. And taking more check-ins, anyone, anywhere.
Kilo 2, Whiskey Zulu Juliet, KD2WZJ. ER.
Alpha 3, Kilo Tango. Echo Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet in and out.
You're on.
Alright, hold up just a second. We got I'm sorry, way off. KWZG Ron. We had VA3 KTJ Jenswick in and out. We also had W7 DGL IDing over, so try and fix that, please. And on the text line, and also his birthday, W2 HAR. Anybody else that'd like to check in?
KK7GY. KK7GY. No. KC1 UGK. 1 UGK. For QMM. KO4 QMM. Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Romeo Golf. Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Romeo Golf. Zulu Delta Romeo. Kilo Delta Zulu Delta Romeo. 9 BPM. Please copy November 9 Bravo Bravo Motel, Chicago.
Okay, we got KI5 PMI Bill, N9 BBM Nathan, KD9 ZDR Kevin, Kaylin KJ5 KRG, K04 QMM Roger, KC1 UG, KK7 DY Clark in and out, KB2 ITL, W2 HAR, and KD2 WZJ. It was Colin, KJ5 KRG, sounded like you're a mom.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, Sierra, Florida. Keith in Detroit.
Alright, Keith, we'll get back to you in a couple minutes. KB2 IPL, you're up first.
Oh, KB2 IPL. Good morning, everyone. I used to be a horrible Star Trek addict, and I used to stay up all night. Getting old now, so I try to get 8 hours. Everyone have a good day. KB2 IPL.
Thank you, Joe. Next up, Ron, KD2WZJ. on KD2WZJ. Still there? Alright, Omar Kim is in and out. Next up, Andy W2AJR, and happy birthday.
Good morning, and thanks. I didn't catch the question of the day, though. I'm sorry.
This is about how many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Oh, there you go. About 5, sometimes 4. I've never slept well. Rest of the day is work, and then maybe we'll go out to dinner for my birthday. We'll catch y'all later. 7-3 all. Have a good day.
Thanks. Birthday dinner. And if anybody else would like on our birthday list, it's bit.ly/ECR birthday. Next up, Ed, KC1UGK. UGK?
KC1, UGK, 8 hours, round the nose.
That's got to be 8 hours on your nose. Next up, Roger, KO4QMM.
Good morning, Vicki. You are the queen of multitasking. I'm sure you're doing the logging and net controlling and remembering birthdays on top of that. So you do awesome job. Put me down for 8 hours plus naps. And rest of the day, I'm not really sure what I'm going to get into. I'd like to get on that electric bike, get out there. It's a beautiful morning, but we'll see. Back to you, Vicki. KQMM clear.
Thank you, Roger. Kevin, KD9ZDR.
First off, thanks for doing the net. Fantastic job you're doing. You guys here and all the hams out there. If I get 5 hours a day, 5 hours a night, yeah, thing. But I do take naps towards the day when I can. So if I could, maybe 5 hours a day, maybe an hour or 2 hour nap during the day, then I'm great. I'm good. I used to be able to with less than that. I guess that's still short hours and no sleep I got from the military, and from being a father to teenage boys who was always into something, so I had to be a light sleeper. I catch them in the middle of their stuff. So that's the story. Back to you. This is Kilo Delta 9 Zulu Romeo, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Next up, Nate, N9 BBM. N9 BBM. How about KI5 PMI?
Good morning, Vicki, everybody on the group. I try to get about 7 hours at night. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less than 7, about my average. Hope everybody has a great day. KI5 PMI, back to net.
All right, thanks. Those is K8 VKY. Next up, I'm sorry, next net controller up. Al, K8, BAC.
Good morning, Vicki. Everybody on the Brew crew. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday morning. This is Al, K8BAC. I try to average 7 hours of sleep a night. Sometimes it happens. Most often it doesn't. But that's what I shoot for, is 7. Any more than that, I'm groggy. Any less than that, I'm which usually means I'm either groggy or groggy. Thank you, Vicki, for a little while there. I'm going to take over from here. We got one person left. Keith looks like he's new to the system, possibly. He's up in Detroit, Port Huron area. I don't consider Port Huron Detroit, so that just means we're Michigan people. KB1SF, Keith, how many hours of sleep do you get per night? KB1SF, Keith, are you with us? Alright, nothing heard. Well, let's take some check-ins. Check-ins, it's 8:01. Let's do mobiles. Mobile. On your way to work, you run a little bit late. You should have been there by now. Work's still going to be there when you get there. Mobile stations only. Come down with your call twice and slowly.
Hello, Quebec 4, Papa Yankee X-Ray, KQ4PYX, mobile, in and out, please. Good morning. Echo 2, Alpha Yankee, KE2AM, in and out, good morning.
KF8, DRC, KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
November 8, Romeo, Whiskey, Foxtrot, that's N8RWF. Please check me in and out. Good morning, Al.
November 2, India, Kilo. November 2, India, Sierra Kilo.
Alright, pretty good list. We got N2 Bridge, New Jersey. We have N8 RWF, Bill in Trenton. He was in and out. Good morning, Bill. KF8 DRC Jack in Rochester, Michigan. KE2AMY Frank in Selden, New York. We got KQ4 PYX Stephen in Fruitland Park, Florida. Those two are both in and out. Thanks for sticking your head in and saying good morning, gents. And we had W2EM Chuck, Rochester, New York, checking in via text. We also had W2SAL Sal in Cheektowaga, and KM4WZD Joe in Claremont, Florida, checking in via text. Let's get our mobile stations going here. Question of the day: how many hours of sleep do you get per night? Let's jump over to KF8 DRC Jack in Rochester, Michigan. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, everyone there. And how's everybody there? I sleep about 9 hours. No more than that. And that's all for now. Back to the net. And thank you for running the net. KFA 8, Rock City.
Alrighty, thanks for checking in. Next we have ISK Bob, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Hello, Bob.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 or 5. I'm always a supervisor. Work for a number of companies at Intel that I had the car to get in the building. The building would let me in 24 hours a day, which has its drawbacks, I might say. But you got used to a 24-hour day, no blah, blah, blah. You had to be there if you could get there. But, yeah, I'm up around 5 in the morning, so I don't get a lot of sleep these days. I am a so anyway, have a good day, everybody. NQISK.
All right, thank you, Bob. Let's jump up now to our text check-ins. W2EM, Chuck in Lancaster. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Al, and the rest of the crew. I try to get at least 7 hours if I'm lucky. It varies on the day. Some days I don't get much. Some days I get more, but I try for at least 7. Anyway, back to net, W2EM.
All righty, thank you, Chuck. Yep, I'm right there with you. Next up, W2SAL, Sal and Chicoa.
Hey, good morning, Brew Crew and listeners. I'm going to have you put for about 4 or 5 hours max. Sometimes I have to take an afternoon nap for another hour or 2, but I'll say 4 to 5 hours. And if anyone there at the Brew Crew has the portable repeater frequency, if they could send it to me, I'd greatly appreciate it so I can get my radio program for the weekend. W2SAL, back to net control.
All righty, thank you. Have a great day. Appreciate it. Last on this list, KM4WZD, Joe in Claremont, Florida. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Al. Good morning to the crew. You can put me down for 6 hours. It's usually 6 hours a night. I target 8 hours, but it's more of an aspirational goal. It doesn't usually happen. I think that's it for me. Everybody take care. 7-3s. We'll talk soon. It's KM4W. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Joe. Have a great day yourself. We've got a couple more text check-ins. W9EBB, Don in Ocala, Florida. Good morning, Don.
Sorry for the delay. 1 second, please. I'm sorry. Quite ready for you. I apologize. How much sleep we get per night? Well, I think I just got a solid 8 hours in today, which is not my normal, but I would say 6 hours. Thank you for running the net and have a blessed day.
All right, thank you, Don. Yep, had a few times too. Check in via texting immediately, and I don't even know where my HT is. Thanks for checking in. Man, if I got 8 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee, it's dangerous. KQ4 NPA, Byron, Huntsville, Alabama. Good morning, Byron.
Good morning to you and to everyone on the net. As far as the question, my typical is about 7, although it varies a little bit. That seems to be enough to get me through the day. Hope everyone has a great day. 73, KQ4 MPA, back to net.
All right, thank you, Byron. Have a great day. And finally on this list, we have K6AAN Mike in Valley Springs, California. Morning, Mike.
And good morning, Al. Everybody on the net. Oh, optimum for me is 6 to 7 usually. That's about right. Catch a nap in the afternoons too when I can. You guys all have a great one out there. This is K6AAN. Back to you, Al.
All righty, thank you, Mike. All right, let's take some general check-ins. General check-ins. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, logging for me. Keep me out of trouble. Check-ins. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo, Oscar, 4, Whiskey, Delta, Foxtrot, KO, 4, UDF, Lee.
Kilo 4, November Hotel Victor, K4 NHV.
Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Golf 2 Alpha 2AA mobile. This is November Bravo N1WEB. This is Alpha Delta 2 Kilo Papa AD2KP.
Alrighty, wow, that was nice and orderly. That last station, come back with your call sign. For some reason, it's not populating. AD2KP, was that correct?
Yes, that's correct. AD2KP. I just got my license for extra. My former call sign is KD2ZJH, but for some reason I got the license and I got the link, but it's not showing up. So KD2ZJH is usually what I check in on.
All right, well, number one, congratulations on getting your extra. Big deal. Like it. And that's Steven, right?
Yes, it's Steven in Brooklyn, New York. Sorry for the confusion. That's an FCC thing. Like I said, I got the activation link. I got the license with my new call sign, but it's just not popping up. But have a great day. I'll might as well answer your question as I get about 7 hours sleep. Thank you. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Steven. We got you 7 hours. Have a great day. And again, congratulations, man. All right, let's jump up to our mobile station. He was sounding like he might be getting out of range. AG2AA, Stephen in Clarence Center, New York. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning to everyone on the reflector. I'm actually on a all-star mode in the headed for Dayton. 7.5 or 8 hours is my ideal. We'll be listening in. 73 to everybody. AG2AA.
All righty, thank you, Stephen. Safe traffic, friend. Going up the list here, we just had KD3HAN, Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania, checking in. N1WEB Web. We had KC3FGD, Ray, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. K4NHB, Nick in Sabring, Florida. KO4WDF, Lee in Cross, Georgia. At the top of this list, we have WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. Doug, how many hours of sleep do you get per night?
This is WA8CLG. Good morning, everybody. And while I hate to brag a little bit, but I get a good 8 hours sleep every night, and I certainly enjoy doing that. And at my age,
Lee in Waycross, Georgia. Lee, you were pretty broken broken up just then. We didn't really catch how many hours of sleep a night you get. If you want to try to come back time, I don't know if you're getting out of range of your repeater or what, but if you want to come back one more time with how many hours you get. All right, I think we got you about 5 there. Thanks for checking in this morning. We have K4 NHP Nick, Sabring, Florida. Good morning, Nick.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I usually get somewhere between 7 and 7.5 hours of sleep a night. Everybody have a great day. K4NHV.
All right, thank you, Nick. Have a great day. Next up, KC3FGD, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Al. Vicky, everyone on the brew. Yeah, I require about 8 hours, and that's normally what I end up getting. Hey, very rainy day in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, so I'm going to head up to our wonderful wood shop and spend some time up there. Everyone have a great day. Back to Al at Net Control.
All right, thank you, Ray. It is kind of drizzly out there. Good day to hide in the wood shop. Yes. Next up, N1 WEB Webb in Collierville, Tennessee. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you, Vicki. Good morning to the net. You can put me down for about 7 hours. I'd like to get 8, but put me down for about 7. And 1 WEP.
All righty, thank you, Webb. Have a great day, sir. Next up, KD3AJN, Anna, Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Al, and everyone on the net. I can't tell you how many hours of sleep I get a night because my night's broken up so much. I don't sleep very well. Everybody have a good day. KD3AJN.
Yeah, I go through stretches like that every once in a while, so I feel you. All right, thank you, Anna. Have a great day. Next up, we have KK7ZSH, Jason, Milwaukee, Oregon. Good morning.
Morning, Al, and everybody on the crew. Vicki, thank you for logging. 73. Hey, I get probably about hours a night, and that's kind of if I'm lucky. So yeah, probably an average of 6, maybe 7 if I'm lucky on the weekends. Hey, KK7CSH.
All right, thank you, Jason. Have a great day. Finally on this list, we have W8ROY, Roy in Livonia. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, Vicki. Everyone else out there. W8ROY, mobiling to the W place. You could put me down for 6. That's a good night, and it works good for me for now. Everybody have a great one. W8ROY, back to Net Control.
All righty, thank you, Roy. Have a great day. Takes us down to the bottom of another list. Let's start another one. General check-in. General check-in. Come now at the call sign. Twice and slowly.
Kilo India 5, Foxtrot, Uniform Yankees, KI5FUY.
Whiskey Bravo 5, India Tango Tango, WB5IGT. K4MMX, K4MMX.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray Mike. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray Mike. Michigan.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot. F8 CWF.
Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform Zulu Golf. Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform Zulu Golf.
Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Victor Mike. Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Victor Mike, in and out.
Kilo Juliet 5, X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
All right, well, that's a good little list. We got most of that. We had one little double at the very beginning, and we'll address it. We got KQ4 YVM, Brandon in Davie, Florida. He was in and out. Thanks for checking in this morning, Brandon. Then we had KJ5 DXB, Frank in Sugarland. KQ4 UZG Ken, Donaldsonville, Georgia. KF8 CWF, Brian in Warren, Michigan. We had KE8 UXM, Ryan in Royal Oak. So giving that GM repeater quite the workout this morning. K4MMX, Florida. WB5ITT, Chris in Beaumont. And we had KI5FUI, Richard in the Woodlands, Texas. And KI5FUI doubled with somebody that sounded like the last of their call sign might have been Sugar Yankee SY. If you can come back with your call sign twice and slowly, we'll get you on the log.
Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Yankee Quebec. Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Yankee Quebec.
All right, David in Essex Junction, Vermont. All right, pretty good list. Question of the day, everybody. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Let's jump up to KI5FUI, Richard in the Woodlands, Texas. Good morning, Rich.
Hey, good morning, Al and the crew. Yeah, on a good day, I'll get about 6 hours of sleep. I also forgot to mention I am mobile, so great day. Be safe out there. KI5FUI out.
All right, thank you, Rich. Safe travel, sir. Next up, KC1 SYQ, David in Essex Junction, Vermont. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and the Brew crew. I get about 7 as well. KC1 SYQ, back to net.
All right, next up we have WB5ITT, Chris in Beaumont, Texas. You don't sound very mobile today, Chris. Good morning.
Good morning, Al. No, not mobile this morning, but soon will be. And we are having a trope opening down here in the Lone Star State. It's hot from Dallas down to the Rio Grande Valley and all the way over here, probably into Louisiana. In fact, worked a couple of 900 megahertz repeaters mobile last night driving home, and I was in Beaumont and the repeaters were west of Dallas-Fort Worth, so a little bit it's worse this morning. I'm hearing 2 or 3 other 9.4 repeaters under mine. Anyhow, as far as the question is concerned, let me get to that. A minute, I think I forgot that. Oh, God. I just went into a brain fart. I had the answer, and now I can't remember what the question was. Run it past me again, Al, please.
How many hours of sleep do you get a night, Chris?
Evidently not enough. I try to get about 6. In fact, last night I probably got about 6, if not more. It varies, but I try to get about 6, and the doctor gave me some good sleep meds that help me overcome the insomnia and the tinnitus ringing in the ears. So, anyhow, that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a good Wednesday. Yeah, WB5. I need more coffee.
Yeah, you better down a few cups before you hit the road, sir. I'm used to you being spot on, jacked up on caffeine, and doing 85 miles an hour down the freeway. So that's an experience for me. Thanks, Chris. Have a great day. Next up, K4 MMX Craig in Oakland Park, Florida. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, everyone. The average is 7. Some nights I get like 8 to 10. Other nights 6. So I would say overall the average would be 7. K4 MMX back to net.
All right, thank you, Craig. Have a great day. Next up, KE8UXM Ryan in Royal Oak, Michigan. Good morning, Ryan.
Let's say I got 2 little ones at home and I work in tax. Maybe 5, but in the summer closer to 7. Back to you, KE8UXM.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Have a great day. Next up, KF8 CWF Brian in Warren, Michigan. Good morning, Brian.
Everybody on the brew crew. I used to get 4 to 5 when I worked midnight, but they moved me to day shift. Now I get 6 to 7. Isn't that interesting? Anyways, enjoy your day. Back to net control. KF8 CWF.
All right, thank you. Have a great day yourself. Next up, we have KQ4 UZG Ken in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, everyone. During the week, 7. On the weekends, I sleep in and I get 8. Sometimes, maybe. Everyone have you today. KQ4 UZG back in there.
All righty, thank you, Ken. Have a great day yourself. Finally on this list, we have KJ5DXB Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. Good morning, Frank.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Al, to Vicky, and everybody. Flip down for about 5. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB, back to you, Al.
All right. That brings us to the bottom of the list. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, logging for me, keep me out of trouble. Let's start another list. Come with your twice and slowly.
November 8, Juliet Lima. 8, Whiskey Lima. November 8, Mike Juliet November. November 8, Mike Juliet November Mobile.
Victor Alpha Yankee BA3 mile in and out.
Echo 2.
Bravo Papa Frank. KC3 Southeast Patrol.
All right, in that round we had KC3 SVP Frank in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania. We had BA3 ER Eduardo in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. He was in and out this morning. Eduardo, have a good day. We have N8 MJN Marston, Sterling Heights. We'll be back with you in just a moment, Marston. N8 WJJ Detroit. I4 NB Scott in Memphis, Tennessee. And a couple more check-ins. We had 3BZL in William in Tecumseh, Ontario, Canada. And VE3 TCS Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Let's jump up to our mobile. N8 MJN. Good morning, Marston.
Hey, good morning, Al. This is N8MJN. I just turned the radio on, so I'm not sure what the question of the day is. If you can come back with that, please.
Alrighty, question of the day is, how many hours get per night.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. This is an 8MJN. I'm usually about 7 to 8 hours of sleep, making up for all the lost time for 3 years of raising my daughter. So luckily she's sleeping through the night now. And so with that, I'll say have a great day, 73s, and thank you for. And 8MJN, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Marson. Yep, I remember those days. Long gone days, but here we are still. Next up, KY4NB, Scott, Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Brother Randall, he's listening this morning. Land Elvis Barbecue, KY4NB. I'm going to go with around 7 to 8. Some nights it's 6, but I do need sleep. I'm not one of these people that can just function on 2 or 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I got to have a little more. Thanks for the net. Thanks to Miss Vicki and everybody behind the scenes. KY4NB, back to net. 7-3's all.
All right, thanks, Scott. Have a great day. Next up, we have N8W Jay in Detroit. Good morning, Jay.
Hey, good morning, everybody on the net. Well, by me being retired now, anywhere from about 7 hours of sleep there. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry about that. Took a little vacation there, I guess. All right, thanks. 7 hours we got down. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Let's see. Next up, KC3. Frank in Cliff Heights, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Frank. All right, sorry about that. Let's try it one more time. 3S, Frank in Clifton Heights. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, everyone on the net. KC3 SPP. Frank over here. I get about 4 to 5 hours a night on the average. That's about it. It's raining like the dickens over here. It's pouring rain, and it looks like it's going to be raining all week, and I got a landscaping business. So not only are we swamped this time of year, we're swamped with the rain. Set me back a little bit, but it is what it is. KC3 SVP, everyone have a great day. Back to net control.
All right, you too, Frank. Enjoy. Get kayak. Next up, checking in via text, we have 3 TCS Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, across the pond from me. Good morning, Tim.
Morning, V3 TCS Morning. We're on our way to Hamvention. Average about 5 hours sleep a night. Hope to see you guys. Met you last year. Gonna see you again. And BZL's with me, so you can take them now or take them later. Over.
You say you got VA3BZL with you?
Yes, Victor Bravo Zulu Lima, mobile on our way to Hamvention.
All right, well, VA3, BZL. How many hours of sleep do you get a night, William?
Oh, heck, 4 hours is great. That.
All right, thanks for checking in this morning. You guys travel, wave when you go, I don't know if you're going through Detroit and down or if you're going the other way, but if you're going, wave when you go by the Dundee exit, and I'll wave back at you. Have a all righty, that brings us down to the bottom of yet another list. We got about 25 minutes to go. Let's start another nice long list. General check-ins come now to call signs twice and slowly.
N5 DRT, N5 DRT, in and out. Kilo 4, Romeo, Kilo K4 RKS. November Whiskey 3 United and a W3U.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Either KF8D.
All right, let me tell you who we got here. Checking in via text, we have KD2RJ, Mike in Calamus, New York. Then we had KF8 DRJ, Doug in Allen Park, Michigan. Sound like he's mobile. We'll get back with you. We had Bob WIC down in Sylvania. We had NW3U David in North Carolina. AC2JPQ Frank Lancaster, New York. K4RKS Bob Pensacola, Florida. KK4VTT Bruce in Kissimmee, Florida. We have N5DRT Kurt Morton, Texas. He was in and out. WA2WWK Ron in Amherst, New York. Down to KF8DRJ Doug in Allen Park. He was. Question of the day: how many hours of sleep do you get per night?
Thank you, and it's morning. I'm actually at base, so I don't know. I must sound like I'm in my car. I have to look into that, maybe. Anywho, I'm actually one of those weird ones. I guess I get at least 8, sometimes 10, which I'm a little embarrassed about. But I'm just hearing all these 4 and 5. I'm, oh my gosh, I wouldn't function. So. Anyway, if you're making a graph, put me on the higher end of it. I'm retired. I mean, what the heck? You know, sleep as long as you need, right? Thanks so much. Back to net control. Everybody have a good day.
Wow, I would love to get 8 or 10 hours of sleep. I don't know what I'd do with myself. Thanks for checking in this morning. All right, let's jump up to WWK, Ron in Amherst. Good morning, Ron.
Whiskey up to whiskey kilowatt. Well, Monday through Thursday between 6.5 and 7 hours. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it depends. Usually I can't sleep in, but the reason being, Monday through Thursday, my wife is blind, so we have to be up by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. In order that we get the reading done so it can be uploaded to the station so they can put it on the air later on in the day. And as far as laying down, I would love to lay down. I'm probably going to lay down too for a little nap. But that rarely happens. Tuesday to spend the naval part. Obviously, I can't lay down. Today is seniors, so I really don't think that's going to happen. And tomorrow, a doctor appointment. So I am fortunate. I'd love to have 8 hours. That'd be great. WK.
All right, thank you, Ron. Have a great day yourself. And yeah, I do a little power nap before I head out to work. Just lose consciousness a little bit just so I can refresh myself. Next up, KK4 VTT, Bruce in Kissimmee, Florida. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. Hope you have a great day. Sleep's very funny. Sometimes 5, sometimes 6. Even on the weekends, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30. Try to stay in bed till 6-ish anyway. Hey, glad you to have a great day. Thanks for letting me have some fun. Kilo 4, Victor Tango Tango, Lake Nona VA Hospital.
All right, thank you, Bruce. Have a great day. Next up, K4RKS, Rob in Pensacola, Florida. Good morning, Rob.
Morning, everyone on the crew. It's a beautiful morning here in Pensacola, Florida. I get about 5 to 6. I used to get a lot more, but I'm 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Listen, y'all have a great day. Thanks for running the net. K4RKS.
All right, thank you, Rob. Have a great day yourself. Next up, JPQ, Frank, Lancaster, New York, checking in via text.
I usually have 6 hours a night, and nothing but rainy over here in Buffalo. So just send it back to the net. Everybody have a great day. KC2JPQ.
All right, thanks, Frank. Have a great day. Next up, W3 in Garner, North Carolina. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to you and everybody on the Brew NW3 here. I get probably 6 hours sleep a night. Pretty good. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less sometimes. But being retired, a little nap during the day is also on the table. But, yep, pretty good 6 hours. And I hope everybody has a good day. Good to hear folks out there this morning. We'll be in here tomorrow, 7-3's NW3.
Have a great day. Next up, WD8, PIC, Bob in Sylvania. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Well, I get about 4, maybe if I'm 5, but that's the is I have to get a comfortable chair and keep my feet up because of fluid in the leg. Well, you know what happens during the day, so, and being totally blind, you know, I can sleep just as, it's just dark at 3 a.m. as it is at 3 p.m. So I usually getting, getting 2 rounds of sleep. So I practice 6 or 7 or whatever, but I get it in a couple of stages. All right, everybody have a great rest. I am not going to Xenia, but I hope everybody has a great time down there. And as I put up with a noisy mower, the landscapers are mowing the condo property. WD8 PIC, back to that control.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Have a good day. Next up, KD2, WRJ, Mike in Calamus, New York. Good morning, Mike. KD2, WRJ, Mike in Calamus, are you with us? trying to get in there. Maybe we'll jump back up to him in a bit. We got a couple more text check-ins into WXD, Craig in Riverview. We got KD2, VNU, Derby Dan in Derby, New York, one of our facilitators. WB1DXN, Daryl, and that's in New Hampshire. And W2BLT, Scott, another up below New York. Jump up to into WXD, Craig in Riverview. Good morning, Craig.
Into WXD. Good morning, Al and Vicki and all on the crew. I get about 7 hours sleep. Used to be 5 to 6, but now I'm retired at 7. Net M2WXD.
All righty, thank you, Craig. Have a great day. Next up, Derby Dan. It's KD2 VNU, one of our facilitators. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, KD2 VNU. Probably 6 to 7 on average I get. I have a weird sleeping pattern. Turn it back to net, KD2 VNU.
All right, thank you, Dan. Have a great day. Next up, WB1DXN on Epsom, New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl. WB1DXN, Daryl on Epsom, New Hampshire.
I think I'm hit. Copy me now.
A lot of packet loss, but we caught that. Do you copy me now? Try it one more time.
Hey, good morning, Al and Vicki and the rest of the morning crew. We're at about 56 degrees, 13 Celsius. Gonna get up to 3 today. Great. 23 Celsius. I get about 10 hours of sleep now at my age. So back to net control, WB1 DXN. Y'all have a good day now.
All righty, thank you, Daryl. Boy, you came through loud and clear that time. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Finally on the list, one of our facilitators, Scott, W2BLT. Scott, do you even sleep? I don't know. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Al, and everybody on the net. Oh yeah, I get about 5 to 6 hours, and that does me well. And we're out here just traveling. Can't tell you where I am. That's for a later date. But I did have some jambalaya for dinner last night, and it was authentic. And it was good. As far as what we're doing for the rest of the day, don't know yet. Everybody have a good day. This is W2 BLT.
All right, thanks, Scott. Nothing like a good old bowl of jambalaya. I sweat a little bit. All righty. That's the end. Yeah, one more list. It's about 10 till. This is Al, KAPAC, along with Vicki, KAPI. Log for me, keep me out of trouble. Let's start one more list. Nice big long, times twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo, Charlie X-Ray Quebec. KD2 EXQ, Kilo Delta 2 Echo X-Ray Quebec. In and out. Kilo Alpha 2 Echo Echo Uniform. Kilo Alpha 2 Echo Echo Uniforms. In and out. N2BH Mobile. CJM W2 CJM Mobile. NM.
Mike 7 Alpha Delta Oscar. Kilo Mike 7 Alpha Delta Oscar. KF8 DJQ Kilo Foxtrot 8 to Juliet, Quebec.
All right, let me tell you who we got here. Got KF8 Kevin in Bowling Green, Ohio. KM7ADO Christopher to the Oregon. We have K4 PJM Perry in Leeds, Florida, checking in via text. KB3 S&M Bob, Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, one of our facilities. A couple of mobiles here. W2CJM Charles in Selden, New York. PH Bill in Palmyra, New York. And Bill, Dick says he's waiting at the bus stop. We have a couple in and outs. We have KA2EE in Spring, Texas. KD2EX Mike in Syracuse, New York. Good morning, guys. Thanks for sticking your head in and saying good morning. Then we have E2CXQ Don in Wayland, New York. Looks like we got another text check-in. KM4CTB Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Our mobiles, one of our facilitators, N2BH Bill in Palmyra. Good morning, Bill. How many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Hey, good morning, Al, Vicky, everybody. Not enough. About an hour and a half, and yep, we're on the road, headed west. Pick up the Godfather and headed to Ohio and PH.
All righty, Bill. Safe travels. And don't let it out of hand on the way down there. If he's riding in the back seat, make sure he's doling out the snacks like he should be. Next up, W2AM Charles in Selden, New York. He's a mobile station. Good morning, Charles.
Yeah, Alan, Vicky. I get about maybe 5 to 6 hours of sleep a day. As for the rest of the day, I'm just going to go do my jobs. Everybody be safe. Thanks for doing the net.
All right, thank you, Charles. Have a good day. Let's jump up to KE2CXQ Don in Wayland, New York. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Alan. The rest of the crew there, yeah, it's 7 hours of sleep. Yeah, that's what you back to that.
All righty, Don. Have a great day. Next up, one of our facilitators, KB3 S&M Bob in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning out there, KB3 S&M. I get between 9 and 10 hours every night, and if I have a shortfall, I make it up in the middle of the afternoon. Have a great day out there, KB3 S&M.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Have a great day yourself. Next up, K4 PJM Perry in Leesburg, Florida. Good morning, Perry.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Right now I get about 8 hours of sleep. That's since I retired. For some reason I need a lot more now that I'm retired and not working. I don't quite understand it, but yeah, it's about 8. K4, PJM, back to net.
All righty, thank you, Perry. I don't understand that either. Probably just because you're more relaxed, because you don't have stress of work. Next up, KM7ADO, Christopher, Oregon City, Oregon. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to have to say I get between 6 and 7 hours. I have the alarm set for 8 hours, but it takes time to fall asleep. This is KM7ADO, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Christopher. Have a great day. Next up, KF8, TJQ, Bowling Green, Ohio. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm a lot like Bob. 10 hours, and yes, anything short of that is a little afternoon siesta. I'd like to give a big shout out today to Derby Dan for helping me out yesterday, and I really do appreciate it. AFD-DJQ, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Kevin. Next up, we have KM4C Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Good morning, Donnie.
Good morning, everybody on the net. KM4C down in Jacksonville Beach. Yeah, I'm one of those 5 to 6 hour people a night. That's all I get out, and maybe once in a while slip in an extra time in the afternoon like Bob, but not too often. Thanks for doing the net. Everybody have a safe KM4CTB back to net.
All right, thanks, Donnie. Have a great day. Finally on this list, we have W2 KDC Dennis in Dansville, New York. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Al, and everyone on the brew. I get between 6 and 7. I think I'm happier when I get 8, but 6 and 7 is about all it seems to work out to be. So I'm going to be on the road with a bunch of other people tomorrow. So everyone have a great day, and W2KDC back to net.
All right, thank you, Dennis. Have a great day. That takes us about on this list. We got about 3 more minutes. Let's take just a couple of more check-ins. If you want to get into the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew, come down with your calls twice and slowly.
K2QW Kilo 2 Quebec Whiskey Kilo out. NCB
Whiskey kilowatt Charlie W4 KKC in and out.
Kilo Juliet 5 in the Quebec, November.
All right.
Bravo Romeo. Kilo 4 Bravo Romeo. I'll do it in and out as well. 7-3.
All right, we're going to hold it up right there. We had a couple of in and outs. We had K4 BBR voice in Surprise, Arizona. Looks like we had K2 QWK Phillip, East Aurora, New York. We had a station that was a KJ5 something. Maybe KJ5IQN, Neil in Houston, Texas. Is that right? Sounded like he might have been in and out anyways. And then we had W4KKC, Hillman, Richland, North Carolina. Question of the day, how many hours tonight? W4KKC, good morning, Kalen.
I could have swore you just said my name. I checked in as an in and out, but that's okay. W4KKC here. I get about 5.5 to 6 hours a night. A few days from retirement though, so hopefully that'll increase by shortly. Anyway, 7-3 W4KKC. Thank you for hosting the net. God bless everybody.
All righty, thank you, Kalen. We didn't catch the in and out part, but you want to talk to me anyways. I know. Thanks for checking in this morning. KJ5 IQN Neil in Houston, Texas. Good morning.
If you copy this, it's about 6 hours a night. Thank you very much. Good morning. KJ5, clear.
All righty, thank you, Neil. Have a great day. And finally on this list, we have K5 INU, Florin in Conroe, Texas. Good morning, Florin.
Good morning, Al, and everyone on the group. We'll be down between 6 and 7 hours, except weekends. I'll try to get more, but that's all for now. Back to that control, K5Y.
All righty, thank you, Florin. You have a great day. And with that, this is Al, KBAC, along with Vicky, KBKY, and Dick, WB2JBQ. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking into the Morning Brew. down to Dayton, Xenia, safe travels. Look up the East Coast Reflector tent. Say hi to everybody there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it. I tried, but it's just not working out. Everybody have a great time. And at this point, we'd like to thank each and every one of you. We now return the East Coast Reflector back to its normal ham radio use. 73s, everybody.
And 2 from WB2JPQ. Whereabouts are you this morning, Bill? And 2BH from WB2JP. Still got your radio on, Bill?